Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Je m'appelle Monsieur Kevin du 7680. Je vais vous diffuser ma première vidéo qui s'intitulera La nouvelle map survive. Je vous laisse découvrir. Merci de votre compréhension. À la prochaine pour ma prochaine vidéo.
Escalation comes packed with 4 multiplayer maps: Convoy, Hotel, Stockpile, and Zoo. But we begin, my friends, in the darker quarters of Escalation, an unsettling Arctic freeze where an undead threat terrorizes, a landmark event in the horror film genre. In the land of Black Ops, horror film icon George Romero has secured the talents of Frank Fest legends like Robert Englund, otherwise known as Freddy, Danny Trejo from Machete fame, Michael Rooker from Walking Dead, and of course Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now alas, things go terribly amiss and our actors must take up their arms in earnest. The new Zombies map, Call of the Dead, is by far the largest, most ambitious zombies undertaking yet. Jimmy Zielinski from developer Treyarch explains just how they arrived at Call of the Dead.
Everything in zombies happens this way. It's like, somebody will say one thing. Wouldn't it be great if we got this or that? And certainly in a conversation about new characters, somebody's going to mention George Romero or Danny Trejo, and it just spirals at that point. It just takes one spark for somebody to say something that just becomes something of this magnitude.
No, hey, I do it like this.
It's a iced-in shipwreck. You have lighthouse. You have really creepy environments. You have really long shots. Whenever we think of creating zombie maps, we always kind of think of what style of gameplay are people going to run, are they going to hold, and we always try to lean a little bit one way or the other without completely removing anybody's gameplay. And in this map, we are going to highlight sniping. It's something that kind of harkens way back to the original map that was in War, where there was a lot of sniping perches available. And this kind of goes back towards that, allowing people who love to snipe some really long distance and some great advantages on some of the ways to get around the map in this one, stray a bit further away from teleporters. We have zip lines. You're going to jump on the zip line, you're going to turn 360, you're going to shoot. Zombies are going to follow you. We have a catapult, which we call the flinger. The flinger.
Comme vous pouvez le remarquer, nous avons des nouveaux atouts. Pour l'instant, je ne sais pas comment il s'appelle, mais dès qu'elle va sortir, je vous le ferai savoir dans ma prochaine vidéo. Désolé pour l'inconvénient qu'elle est en anglais, mais j'ai pas trouvé plus long. Ce monstre-là est le monstre, comme vous savez, les chiens, tout ça, c'est le nouveau monstre. Enfin, le nouveau zombie, si vous préférez. Il a une hachette qui libère de l'électricité. On a de nouveaux moyens de transport comme la passerelle où vous vous mettez dessus et qu'elle vous fait sauter jusque la boîte magique qu'on a vue tout à l'heure.
Stockpile and Zoo tell their own story of their own accord. So sit back, relax, turn up the volume and enjoy
Voici une nouvelle map hôtel avec plusieurs façons de jouer. Nous pouvons monter dans un ascenseur, etc. Ça promet d'être frais quand même. À la prochaine pour ma prochaine vidéo et abonnez-vous à ma chaîne. Merci, au revoir.